look, if you need to put this on 2 times speed, put it on 2 times speed. But listen to this message, okay? Because it just feels so ordained and in alignment with life right now. But I just want to say, don't overlook the messages, the signs, the synchronicities that God, the universe, source be putting in front of you, right? Don't overlook those signs that God be placing in your life, right? Sometimes it may be subtle. You may not realize that they're signs. You may not realize that this is God speaking to you. So you got to always be listening, right? You got to always be paying attention and ready for those signs, right? To receive them and not just marking them off. And I say that because I'm thinking about today. And today, this morning, I was supposed to work second shift today. And I was super excited to get up. I had plans. I was going to go pick up some shoes for my nephew and was out, in these streets, okay? And I went to go get the shoes. On my way there, I had like an hour drive. My manager called me and she's like, can you please come in? Like, first shift didn't come in. She needs somebody to open. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I'll be in there, be there in an hour. And so yeah, I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm working a double today. So after I got the shoes, I was coming back. I was talking to my mom on the phone, and we were talking, and I was telling her how I'm, really going to take modeling serious again. Like, I'm back in my element. I really want to get into it, and how I'm still really passionate about it. And she was really excited because she's always wanted me to continue to pursue modeling. And I got like some story time to tell you about that with my modeling journey in 2023. But so we were talking about that, and I was like, I just feel like it's time, I'm ready to take it serious. I was telling her how I got another photo shoot and like content session coming up on Sunday, and she was excited, and I'm excited, and I've just kind of been thinking like, okay, what do I need to do next? Anyway, long story short, this lady, this older black lady, very beautiful lady, beautiful spirited too. She came in today and I was helping her and everything, and she was so thankful. And then at the end, she was like, you are so beautiful. You need to be modeling. And I was like, my eyes got big, and I was like, I do. I'm actually getting back into modeling. And she was like, what? That just gave me chills. And I was like, that just gave me chills because I literally was talking to my mom about it this morning. And she was like, wow. She was like, promise me you're going to get into modeling. You need to be modeling. And I was like, I promise. She was like, don't sit here in this office. Don't sit here in this office for another 10 years. Promise me. And I was like, I promise you. Like, I'm going to do it. I'm about to cry because I'm like, this is what I wanted to do, y'all. Like, I wanted to model since I was a kid, right? But we would go in stores and stuff, and like people would always be like, she's so beautiful, she should model. But then, I also dealt with my peers, my people, in society telling me that I wasn't beautiful because I was a dark-skinned girl. So I was, I had a lot of insecurities around my beauty and thinking I was beautiful growing up. And, whenever it was, like I was called beautiful in school or by guys, whatever, it's always like, oh, you're so beautiful for a dark-skinned girl, right? You just can't be beautiful because you're beautiful. But yeah, so like when I started modeling in 2023, some of the comments I received of like you're, such an inspiration and making us, just like for other black girls and other people that feel insecure. And it made me feel really good because I'm like, I think I've always said I wanted to use my beauty for good and to inspire people. So anyway, I say all that to say, besides me being filled with joy and everything, and just, I say all that to say, like, don't ignore the signs. Like, when God is speaking to you, God is speaking to you, and you know it because you're going to feel it, right? Or you're going to be like, it's a coincidence, or that's ironic, or okay, that's crazy, or that's magical. Those things are all God speaking to you, showing you the signs, showing you the path. And sometimes God will redirect your path and put you right where you need to be. I was doing great trying to build my modeling journey, and then I got knocked off. I got sidetracked and made some bad investments of money, time, and energy into the wrong people and places and things. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I'm not meant to model. But now I'm in a new time, I'm in a new space, and it's, it could be time, So you just never know. Like, God is always direct. He's steering the boat. He's driving a car. He's flying a plane. Okay, he, yeah, God is in control. So sometimes you just gotta allow yourself to go with the flow. And another thing about this is I've been thinking about the book The Alchemist because it was brought up by one of my friends in a live and a TikTok live, and that book has been like, sometimes you go on a journey because you have to learn all these lessons before you get your blessings that's right at home, right? And that's what I was telling my mom. Like, sometimes the blessings are right at home. And I was telling my mom, I said, we got way too much talent in this house. I said, I'm focusing on my household. We got talent. So I'm going to push our content. I'm going to push our talents. I'm going to push our passions. And that's what's going to take us to the next level. And I told my mom that this morning. And modeling was one of those things. So, yeah, listen to the signs. Stay patient. Stay prayerful. Stay focused. And keep going, okay? Pay attention to those signs. And when you know, don't talk yourself out of what you're passionate about. Don't talk yourself out of what you're passionate about. Okay? Don't talk yourself out of your passions. No more doing that. No more doing that. Why are we doing that? We're not doing that in 2026, okay? We're not talking ourselves out of our passions. No more. But anyway, you guys have a great day. That just really made me like so full of joy and peace at the same time.